Hello again. Well, currently waiting on some videos to come in the mail to upload, but in the meantime, I would like to talk about some of my favorite things, which would be clan, Scottish clan septs and clan information, and in particular, the Williamson name. Um, Reason why I'm making this video is because I recently found some new information about the Williamsons and the connection between Clan Gunn and Clan MacKay. Um, as many of you know, I previously made a video about a year and a half ago or so about the not only the Wilson family but the Williamsons, and talked about the many different clan connections and the origins. At the time, I was not fully clear about how the Williamsons were connected to Clan Gunn and Clan MacKay, and I think that I have cracked the case, if you will. And so first, I want to talk about the Clan MacKay connections, which I find to be quite interesting. And you might be asking yourself, so what is your source on this? So my source is through the Book of MacKay, written by Angus MacKay, and I think this will clear things up a bit if you are interested in the Williamson Sept connection with the Mackays. So you had a Neil Williamson MacKay of Aberach. Aberach is way up north in the very northwestern corner of Scotland, up there in Sutherland. Neil Williamson MacKay was born around 1606 in Carnachy in Sutherland, Scotland. And back in those times, it was obviously very rough and tumble up in the Northern Highlands, especially. From what I'm reading here, the Mackays and the Earl of Caithness had a lot of clashing. There were a lot of skirmishes between the Earl of Caithness and the Mackays in regards to the Earl of Caithness. I guess picking fights with some of the allies of Clan Mackay, and the Mackays retaliated, and they got into it pretty bad. And according to what I'm reading, uh, they took out criminal letters and from in up in Caithness, and apparently his father was slaughtered. Go figure. This is the Northern Highlands in the 1500s, 1600s. Once again, it was very rough. Um, Based on what I'm seeing here, they either had to cut off the surname Mackay and go by Neil Williamson, or through the courts, or went by the name Neil Williamson as like an alias. Now, that was a very common thing back then. We mostly hear about aliases with when it comes to Highland Scottish clans with Clan MacGregor. The MacGregors did that a lot. There's a whole list of MacGregor alias names that they took, and that was because of the act of prescription when the MacGregor name was outlawed, and it was punishable by death to have the name MacGregor. So they took other names to not get executed. Um, I have also heard through my friends in Clan Morrison that, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I find it to be very interesting that there were Morrisons that were big time horse thieves, and probably cow thieves, and thieves of other kind of livestock. That if they were caught and they were taken to court and found guilty for their thievery, they would have to take the R off their last name. So typically there's two R's of the name Morrison. there are some people that have the name Morrison where there's just one R, and supposedly it's because of that court ruling that they had to take one of the R's off their last name. I don't know if that's true or not. Either way, I find it very interesting. But Neil Williamson MacKay of Aberach had a son. Let's see here. I'm trying to find here. He had a John Nielsen son, and he also had Hugh Nielsen MacKay in Muddale. But I believe that this is the Williamson connection to Clan MacKay. Okay, and if I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below, because I have looked all over YouTube to find videos about this kind of thing. Haven't found anything at all. I would love for Hunter MacKay and Chris McKee from Canada, who both have YouTube channels, to make some videos about this, because I love this kind of stuff. Now, I also mentioned that you have the Williamson connection to Clan Gunn. Based on what I'm finding, the Williamson connection to Clan Gunn is through William Gunn of Banniskirk in Caithness, Scotland. Now, from what I'm reading, he took the name William, which was the first name of the father, and put that together with the last name son, and that became the last name of the son. I believe it was a Donald Williamson or a William Williamson. I'm not for sure, but I think that is how the Williamson name is connected to the Gunns. I currently sent a message to a fellow by the name of Tobin Gunn. He's next to like Lynn Robinson, who I believe used to be one of the high-ranking members of the Clan Gunn Society years ago. Tobin knows a lot about Clan Gunn, and he a lot of times he debunks a lot of these kind of outlandish claims that I've seen him make in these Clan Gunn Facebook groups. But I sent him a message. I'm waiting for a message to come back from him, because I'm pretty sure that this is the guy that could really pinpoint as to how that connects, the Williamson family connects to Clan Gunn. Also, thanks to Kate Gardner, who's over in the UK, she had mentioned the McWilliam connection to Clan Gunn. Now, there's this claim that the McWilliams tried to become their own clan, the same way that the Williamses tried to become their own clan down in the border region of Scotland and England a long time ago, and it never came to be. They could not get the foundations set to become a clan and have a chief and, get everything really solidified. From what I read, the McWilliams family, that they maybe are Williamsons, but they wanted to make their last name more Gaelic sounding, being up in the Highlands, and they put the Mac in front of William, and they cut off the son at the end, and it became MacWilliam. And as you may know, the MacWilliams are a Clan Gunn Sept. Also, if you see the thumbnail, you'll see a tartan on there. This is a Williamson tartan, and I followed up on this. My friend Ralph Nielsen from St. Kilda Kilts, he has a little bit of a checkered past in the kilt industry. That's because of some idiots that used to work for him that were not doing a good job, were giving him a bad name. He said that this Williamson tartan it's a custom made tartan that was designed by some fellow that had the name Williamson. I don't think that it's in the tartan registry, but I think it looks pretty good. It has a bit of a Clan Gunn look to it, but Either way, I thought that was kind of interesting, but I thought I'd stick that on there. But once again, not every Williamson is connected to Clan Gunn and Clan MacKay. You have to remember, Clan Gunn especially was a small clan from way up north. And there were a lot of Gunns that took the name Wilson, according to Tobin Gunn. And I believe it. And there were probably a lot of Gunns that took the name Williamson also. So not every Williamson is automatically connected to Clan Gunn or Clan MacKay. And as I stated in my previous video, the way that you're going to find that out is try to trace your Williamson line or Wilson line as far back as possible, pinpoint a specific region, and that may very well crack the case on that. So according to what I've read, the MacKay Williamsons are indeed they're MacKays. They just went by the name Williamson, and the Gunn Williamsons are indeed Gunns. It's just they took the name William and put the son at the end and made it Williamson, and then they went by that for a surname. Now, if you know more about this, please comment below. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong on this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, and also please be respectful. I've had some people be very condescending and be big time know-it-alls, and be rather rude, which is totally not necessary. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm not a doctor with this stuff. So just be nice. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Anyways, hope you like the video, and I'm going to take this phone call. Have a good night, day, whatever. See ya.